welcome back to Gapeys, Grub, and Garden. So this time I'm going to be giving a little update on what's coming to my channel here in the next couple of weeks. We've got our fermentation station here, and I've got a green ghost sauce that I'm going to be posting. I used all green peppers for this batch, and I'm going to be showing from beginning to end on how I make my fermented hot sauces using green peppers. And then also here in the fridge we've got some more fermentation. I made my first ginger beer, and I made this with brewer's yeast, so that's what's in this here. It turned out okay, but I'm gonna give it another try with some wine yeast, and I'll be posting a video on how I make that. And then over here we have our mead. This is a cider mead, which is called a sizer. I've got two batches going here with different yeasts. This one is the V1116 yeast, and then this is the EC1118 yeast. So these are wine yeasts, but this is a very long process. I let my meads age for probably 6 months or so before I start drinking them. So these are probably about 4 months old, and I'll be posting a video on those, how I start those from beginning to end. There's a lot of different ways you can make mead as well as ginger beer, so I'm just going to be showing you how I make mine. But if you Google it or look at YouTube channels and videos, you can see there's a lot of different ways people make those. Over here we have some fig cuttings that I'm rooting. So I'm not going to do a video on these particular ones. These are ones that I got from a plant swap recently. And I've got some Desert King and La Tarula or Italian honey figs. But I've got some more of these coming in the mail in the next couple weeks, so I'll be doing a video on how I do those. But I did a couple different methods here. This is what you call a tree pot. It's a very tall pot. I think it's 9 inches long. But that works really well for the bigger cuttings. So this one's a pretty thick cutting, so I put that one in one of those. And I've got some smaller 4-inch containers here. And then these are in plastic bags, and they call this the fig pop method. So I'm going to be showing you, I'll probably be doing most of the fig cuttings in there because they take up a lot less space, and I think they do pretty well. A lot of people use that method. So that's going to be coming soon. And then up here in the grow room I have a few things started already. These are some of the peppers that take a long time to germinate. I've got a few rare South American varieties. The only one that's come up so far is the Capsicum flexuosum. So I've got 4 coming up there, and then I've got 2 more that are still haven't come up yet. And then I've got a few Rocotos also started last week. So hopefully those will come up in the next couple of weeks. So I'll be posting an update on those. And then I'm going to be starting my onions and celery here pretty soon. So I've got some pink celery that I'm going to be trying this year that I got from a plant swap or a seed swap. And then I've also got some Globo onion, which I haven't tried before, from Baker Creek. And I'll be doing Elsa Craig again this year, which is one of my favorite onions that does really well here. And here's a view of the backyard right now. We got a ton of snow in the last day or so, and it's still coming down. I measured 5 inches this morning, and we got a couple more throughout today. But I wanted to do a video on the chicken coop, which is over here on the right. So that's something that I've been planning to do for a while. We're going to be changing out the bedding in there pretty soon, so hopefully I'll get a video put together when we do that. And then lastly, I might do a video on how I make my own soap. So this is lye soap, and I use a slow cooker method for making soap. I've also done the cold process method before, but I'm starting to do the hot process in the slow cooker because it's much faster and it doesn't require as much cure time. So these are a couple batches that I made over the holidays. We have, this one is a orange spice, and then this one is eucalyptus. So there's 2 of my favorite scents that I like to use, and I only use essential oils and organic oils when I make my soap. And that's about all we have planned for now. I'll be doing some other garden updates as well in between those updates. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.